Friends, today through this video we are going to learn that this contactor we use on this AC1, AC2, AC3 like this which is written on contactor, what is the meaning of this? I am going to explain you this completely through this video. First understand some basic things. Look, electrical load which is there is of three types. First is capacitive load, second is inductive load and third one is resistive load. So overall three types of load are there. Now for these three different types of load, we cannot use same type of contactor. That is, according to load, we have to select the contactor. If on any contactor AC1 or AC2 or AC3 is written, then it means that this contactor is of which type. If we talk about AC loads, AC load means equipment which work on AC power supply. If these type of load we have, then for this various types of contactor are there like AC1, AC2, AC3, AC4, 5A, 5B, 6A, 6B, 7B. Like these, there are so many types of contactor. Besides for DC load, these types of contactor are there like DC13, DC14, 20, 21, 22, 23. These types of contactor you will get for DC load. Now in all these types of contactor, only AC1, AC2, AC3 and AC4 contactor is mostly used. First of all, we will talk about AC1 type of contactor. We use this AC1 type of contactor for resistive loads. Resistive load like heater, besides bulb is there and furnace. These all are resistive loads. And if you want to turn on and off these loads, then you have to use AC1 type of contactor. Apart from this, you can use AC1 type of contactor for inductive loads also. But it must be light inductive load. It means you can say that power factor must lie between 0.95 to 1. If power factor of your load lie between 0.95 to 1, then you can easily use AC1 type of contactor. Now after this, here comes AC2 type of contactor. We use AC2 type of contactor mostly for slip ring motor starter. So this is our slip ring motor. If you want to turn on and off this motor through any contactor, then you have to use AC2 type of contactor here. Slip ring motor we have here, for this we use AC2 type of contactor because torque of slip ring motor is very high and along with this current is also high. That is why for slip ring motor we use AC2 type of contactor. After this, here comes AC3 type of contactor. We use AC3 type of contactor mostly for induction motor. This is our induction motor. We also call this as squirrel cage induction motor. Along with this, we use this contactor for elevator also. I mean for lift. You can say that this AC3 type of contactor here, this contactor is mostly used because we use this AC3 type of contactor for various applications. For example, industrial fans, lifts, escalator, conveyor belt, bucket elevator, compressors, pumps, mixers, air conditioner, etc. Mostly in our homes or in industries, loads we use, for all these types of loads, you have to use AC3 type of contactor. So here we can say that we use this AC3 type of contactor mostly. Now next type of contactor is AC4 type of contactor. We use AC4 type of contactor also for squirrel cage motor, but motor we use here, if you turn on and off motor again and again, like hoist is there, we turn on and off this hoist again and again. I mean in seconds 2 to 3 times we turn on and off this. If you have this type of application, I mean this kind of load you have which is to be turned on and off frequently, then there you have to use AC4 type of contactor. If you use another type of contactor here, then your contactor will get damaged, that is it will burn out. So here you have to understand that if on your load inching operations are done, I mean they are repeatedly turned on and off, then for this you have to use AC4 type of contactor. After this AC6A type of contactor we use this contactor to turn on and off any transformer. Transformer we have here, if I want to turn on or turn off this transformer through a contactor, then we will use AC6A type of contactor. After this AC6B type of contactor we use this contactor mostly to turn on and off capacitor bank. I mean capacitor bank I have here, if I want to turn on and off this through any contactor, then type of contactor which we will use here must be AC6B type. After this, AC11 type of contactor which is there is auxiliary contactor. That is NO-NC contact we use. If we want to change these, then there we use AC11 type of contactor. Here you can see I have an auxiliary contactor. In this contactor, only NO and NC terminals are there. If you want to change only NO-NC contact, then there you will use AC11 type of contactor. Always remember, AC11 type of contactor we use, in this we cannot connect power contact. That is, contact in which high current flows, we cannot connect it here. We can only let minimum current to flow through this. Friends, in the starting I shown you a contactor. On this contactor you can see it is written AC1, AC2, AC3. In front of these some current values are written. Now what is written here, let's understand the meaning of this. Friends, if you want to use this contactor for turning on and off any resistive load, that is for turning on and off AC1 type of load, then in this contactor you can flow current till 50 ampere only. That is, current value of resistive load must be below 50 ampere. After this it is written AC2 45 ampere. Here AC2 type means for slip ring motor. If you have slip ring motor and for turning on motor you are using this contactor, then through power terminals of motor maximum you can flow 45 ampere current. Now below this it is written AC3 40 ampere. If on your contactor AC3 40 ampere is written, then it means that we can use this contactor for squirrel cage motor. That is, for induction motor we can use this. And current rating of our induction motor must be below 40 ampere. So through these power terminal maximum 40 ampere current we can flow. Friends, I hope you understood that on the contactor AC1, AC2, AC3 etc. which is written, what is the meaning of this, and contactor which we have, where to use this particular contactor. Thanks for watching this video.